Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new month. We've got a new board game bento at our doorstep. Now, board game bento is from the company that does the Comic Bento. Comic Bento is a fantastic service for comic book fans. You get a whole bunch of graphic novels. Now, board game bento is geared towards board game fans. What a shock based off of the name. So far, we've gotten like 5 or 6 of these, and I think all of them have been really solid. There's only been one where I've gotten a bunch of games that I had before, but even then, I got some stuff I've never had. So overall, we're going to open this up, we're going to show this off, and we're going to see what is inside. Now, with these sort of boxes, like many of them out there, Board Game Bento actually does themes for all the games that are in there. I will admit, I don't remember what the hell the theme is. We get so many of these boxes, it's kind of hard to keep track of things. I believe it has something to do with cooking, but that could be another box. I don't remember. We're going to find out in a couple seconds here. So let's open this up and show off what's inside a rather well-packed and taped box. You think I would pre-open these boxes, but no, we're going to do it live. Damn it, we're doing it live. Alright, so Board Game Bento. The theme for this month is What's Cooking? So we have a whole bunch of games that have the theme of cooking and food. Cooking and gaming have a lot in common. I know I myself enjoy some tea while playing games. A little flavor goes a long way. The country of origin influences the ingredients. It's not about how simple or complicated it is, it's how it hits the spot. Board Game Bento box offers up a smorgasbord of delightful games of varying weight and taste put on your bib. Let's see what's cooking. Like a lot of the boxes out there, it gives a nice little handy cheat sheet as to what's inside. So let's dive in and show off the games. First up, we've got Burger Boss. This is one I can't say I've ever seen, but the packaging is actually really cool. From what I can tell, kind of impressed with that at least. So, Burger Boss, it's one theory I've developed playing games on my phone and watching Bob's Burgers is that we all secretly dream of running quaint burger shacks, serving up comfort food with heart. Burger Boss by Legend Express Studios delivers on that dream and in a mouth-watering package. I agree with them. First thing that stands out to me is the packaging. I mean, this is really, really impressive. You got this on the side, you got the top like that. I have no idea what's inside. So, welcome to Burger Boss, the action-packed, fun-filled world of fast food. You play the role of a promising restaurateur hoping to turn a small burger shack into the next big thing. Do you invest in workers or buy more ingredients? Do you expand your kitchen or go for the quick sale? Do you play it safe or risk it all ultimately? Do you have what it takes to become the Burger Boss? I'm not going to bother trying to read this in German, though. That would be kind of entertaining. So this is from Legend Express. This is really, really cool. I do have to say, this is a neat packaging and sounds intriguing. Ages 8 and up, 45 minutes, 3 to 5 players. The 3 is kind of an eh. I like more games that you can play at least 2 and up. But as long as we get some variety in this box, I think that's what matters. But 3 to 5 players. In this you get 1 rule book, 20 workers, 65 ingredients, 76 cards, 5 restaurant color cubes, and 70 money tokens. The workers are dice, the ingredients are wooden tokens, and color cubes are color cubes. Overall, sounds entertaining. Can't wait to actually check this out. What else do we got? We've got Burger Boss. We talked about that. Next, we got Foodfighters. Oh, okay. This also includes, going back to the Burger Boss, this also includes the Settlers of Kitchen order card. Don't know what that is, but okay. Alright, next we got some, this is from Foodfighters by Kids Table, the Grains expansion, because there's actually Foodfighters in there. Alright, Foodfighters, this is the one we're looking for. Foodfighters. So, Foodfighters, some say cooks are the toughest in the kitchen, but what about the food? Everyday meat, vegetables, and grain. Brandish adorable wooden spoons and crackers, shields, and its Iron Chef meets Game of Thrones as food factions fight for kitchen supremacy. Foodfighters by Kids Table Games tells their tale separating its wheat from the shaft with clever components and gorgeous art. So Foodfighters Kids Games Table is a game for 2 players, 8 and up, 20-minute game, nice and short, it sounds like. Foodfighters is a battle game with all the right ingredients. Late at night, your kitchen comes alive in a food-flinging battle to rule the tabletop. The meats march into battle against the veggies, and foods fly as the factions clash. Who will emerge victorious? That all depends on you. The box contains 18 fighter tiles, 6 cool power cards, 18 thought bubbles, 30 beans, 6 crackers, 4 spoons, 2 pans, 3 custom dice, and 1 awesome rulebook. And then we don't just have Food Fighters. We've got the Food Fighters expansion, the Grains expansion. So this is the Grain expansion. Late at night, but we already read that. Yeah, Grain expansion features 9 new fighter tiles, 3 grain-only power cards, and a sheet of 9 thought bubble clingers. Meet the Grain faction, a whole new team of high-carb warriors to add variety to your Food Fighters battles. Includes 9 fighter tiles, 3 power cards, 9 thought bottles, and an expansion for Food Fighter. From Kids Table. Sounds kind of interesting. That one should be kind of fun to play. Here we go. I was missing something. I explained some things. Alright, we've got next Sushi Go. Now this is one I've seen quite a few places. It was the Oppenheim Toy Portfolio Best Toy Award, Platinum, ages 8 and up. You see this usually at stores. This is fairly mass market game, I would describe it as. Some who spent 2 weeks in Japan, 90% for the cuisine. It didn't take much to get them excited for Sushi Go by Gamerite. Given the number of awards it has won or been nominated for, he's not alone. The quick-paced drafting mechanics specifically brings me back to the conveyor-belt sushi dinners that fascinate me as a gaijin. So Sushi Go by Gamerite, and the super-fast sushi card game Sushi Go. You're eating at a sushi restaurant and trying to grab the best combination of sushi dishes. Wonder if it has something to do with sushi. As it whiz by, different scoring combinations allow for clever plays and nasty blocks, all while saving room for putting dessert. Now, the game is 8 and up, 15 minutes, 2 to 5 players. Kids learn strategy, probability, which is all nice. So pick and pass card game, pass the sushi in this fast-playing card game. The goal is to grab the best combination of sushi dishes as they whiz by. Score points for making the most maki rolls or for collecting a full set of sashimi. Dip your favorite nigiri in wasabi to triple its value, but be sure to leave room for dessert or else you'll eat into your score. Gather the most points and consider yourself the sushi master. If you like sushi, you'll probably like Sushi Go. Now, this is a game that I've seen many, many locations, a lot of places, so it's cool. It's one I've seen. I've never actually played myself, so. But with that many places and this many awards, stuff like that, the game's got to be good, right? Next, we've got Gingerbread Kaiju by Rogue Genius Games. Gingerbread Kaiju is a none too serious board game where each player takes on the role of a kaiju, a giant monster of incredible destructive force that happens to be made entirely of gingerbread. Smash up the city to gather power and eat your opponent's limb from limb. This is kind of cool. Like, a nice, simple game, it looks like. Nothing too complicated. It actually involves with baking kaiju and then eating them. So a game where you actually eat food. Sounds good to me. Another thing that the Board Game Bento is bringing up is they've teamed up with geekyhostess.com to bring special recipes for each game. You can check it out at geekyhostess.com. Share result, what's cooking pics on social media with Board Game Bento, BGB on Twitter, blah, 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 blah. They suggest follow the manufacturer of the game. Of course, I feel like people should follow the manufacturers. Let them know you got the game from Board Game Bento. So next month, the theme is Investigame, which should be rather interesting because that's a pretty broad theme, and I think we got everything out of here. So yeah, overall, the theme of food, what's cooking, they really, really stuck to it. Some games that I've heard of, a lot of these games I've never heard of. Sushi Go is really the only one I've heard of. All the rest, who knows. Eat Your Enemies sounds kind of fascinating. The fact that you actually get to eat gingerbread monsters, that to me sounds a bit fun. And I gotta admit, this Burger Boss I'm completely fascinated by. It just looks really, really intriguing and might have to come with me to Gen Con for me and my idiot friends to try out. But overall, you gotta like it. They have the theme. They really stuck with it. They did a hell of a job with it, if you ask me. So this is Board Game Bento. You can get it with the link below this video. I like it. You know, if you're into board games, you don't mind getting random games. It's a little bit on the pricier end of things, but I think you still get a decent amount for what you pay. Of course, we can do the breakdown of the prices below the video, so you're going to be able to check all that out after we're all wrapped up and you finish watching this. But as always, thank you for watching. This is Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. You can catch us every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all the Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep rolling those die and keep it geeky.